Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy JR, Swag Life TV, and I'm back, man, with another video for y'all. Before we get started, man, I want to shout out Wifey. You know what I'm saying? As always, you know, hooking it up, doing her thing in the kitchen, like a maestro on the piano or something like that. You feel me? But yeah, man, shout out to Wifey. Big up. You know what I mean? Like I said, she always do her thing. And like I always say, man, without y'all, without Wifey, I wouldn't be doing this, you feel me? But yeah, man, it's your boy JR, Swag Life TV. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You feel me? We're going to always do fantastic eats like this on this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do something different, something exclusive. We're going to always try to switch it up. Like I said, we may do some things, you know, that we've done before. But, you know, we're going to always try to bring something new to you. You feel me? Tonight, man, we got fish tacos. If it's still before 12 o'clock, then Taco Tuesday. You know what I mean? Feliz Martes. For my Spanish speakers out there, you know what I mean? Happy Tuesday. This is Taco Tuesday. Shout out to my boy Wayne Boogie Eats, man. If you hadn't checked out his channel, check it out. Yo, his intro for Taco Tuesday, hilarious, man. It will have you in stitches. But yeah, man, like I said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for me. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. You feel me? Drop down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you liked about the video, what you didn't. Everything like that. You see the shirt. Brooklyn, we go hard. I in no way promote violence. But, you know, if that's how you got to get it, then I hope you're doing it in a manner where, you know what I mean? So, but go ahead and smash that like button. Give this video a thumbs up, man. Drop down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about the video, what you didn't, any suggestions. Just drop down, man, and just, you know what I mean, leave whatever. You feel me? What you want to see me do next. Any suggestions for food, challenges, anything like that. You feel me? But yeah, man, if you already part of the fam, welcome back. You know how we do it on this side. Splashy, classy, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of drip, a lot of sauce, seasoning, you know what I mean, all that. Yeah, man. But yeah, before we get into these tacos, man, and I break down what different tortillas they in, we're gonna bless the hands and bless the food. All right. Alright, so, like I said, man, Taco Tuesday, fish tacos, you know what I'm saying, courtesy of Wifey's hands. Shout out to Wifey, like I said earlier, you know what I mean, she be doing a thing, you know, she keep the plate laced with those excellent eats, you feel me, like I told her, cooking show, restaurant, something, you smell me? But yeah, man, this first taco is just a regular tortilla shell, you know what I mean. Got them right here. You can pick these up at your local grocery store. It don't matter. You know, it's just a regular flour tortilla. Alright, secondly, y'all probably looking like, what is that green joint? You know what I mean? Your health is your wealth, man. You got to pay attention to what you put in your body as you get older. You feel me? This is the Gone spinach herb. You smell me? No artificial flavors. You feel me? So, you know. And lastly but not least, this is the sun-dried tomato basil. You feel me? Like I said, you can pick these up at your local grocery store. It don't matter which one. Got the lemon tea, lemon sweet tea. I don't know what it is, man. I've been on a tea kick lately. But I mean, I stay hydrated though. I consume probably more than the daily amount of water that should be consumed. But yeah, man, you know, I got a great story time for y'all tonight. For those that have been subscribed to the channel, if you're new to the channel, here lately I've been giving y'all some story times. So, the first story time I did, the reception to it was very well received. You know what I mean? I got a lot of comments saying that I should not necessarily do more story times, but they got to know me more. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, hey, you know what I'm saying, why not give them a couple of videos with some story times? But for those that don't know, I'm from New York City, Brooklyn, Brownsville, Queens, you know what I mean? And I went to school predominantly up north, you know what I mean? And I finished my senior year of high school down south at a high school called Garndale High School. Got the tilapia in there, you know, and I tell people when they ask where I'm from, and I get the question, well, why did you move to Alabama? I tell people that I came down south because I got a football scholarship to UAB, which is true. But I got my acceptance letter like toward the end of my junior year. So it was a no-brainer because my mom, she had been here for double-digit years. And yo, look at that right there. Dropping food. It's all good though. Look at that. But when I moved down south, like I said, my mother was already down here years. My brother and sister. I still had a lot of family in New York. You know what I mean? On both sides of my family, my mom and my dad's. Even though my dad isn't from New York, his family is from Chicago. And so I moved down the summer of my senior year. And now don't get me wrong, I had visited. You know what I mean? But when I was younger and I would visit, you're not really paying attention to, you know what I'm saying, the way the city moves. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not out there on your own. You're not able to come and go as you please. You know, you don't have your own means of transportation, friends who have vehicles, things of that nature. So, when I moved to Alabama, it was like a major culture shock. Not only for I'll say a good 85% of the people that I went to school with my senior year, but it was a culture shock for me also because I'm coming from a city as fast paced as New York City, a city that never sleeps, And hell, after 10 o'clock, everything is basically dead here except for the clubs. You know what I mean? But even in that form of the nightlife, and you have your clubs that are open, you know what I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, they have different events and have different things at the clubs and things like that. But I'm not talking about in that aspect of the nightlife. I'm just talking about the city as a whole. It was very, to me, slow paced. But I guess coming from anywhere, well, is known to have certain, attractions, whether it be fashion, movies, whatever. And so like I said, I come down this summer going into my senior year. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you had your individuals who were high up on fashion and things like that at the school. But that's just a small part of where the culture shock comes into play. And a lot of things that, from a curriculum standpoint, a lot of things that they were just now getting ready to start talking about and studying, I had been on that or had been past that maybe like 6 months already. And I'm coming from a school where kids were able to openly express themselves as far as fashion and music and things like that, and it wasn't looked upon and you weren't called weird or whatever. And so I mean, of course, I knew people down here from visiting and everything like that, so I had friends. You know what I mean? So it get messy on the side when you eat good. You smell me? But my style of fashion was always to stand out. You know, I guess you could say my sense of fashion was urban rock star. You know, I wasn't afraid to wear what people refer to as the motorcycle chains on their wallets. I wasn't afraid to rock those. I wasn't afraid to wear the flamboyant color sneakers and everything like that. The flamboyant color shirts, you know what I'm saying? That had not necessarily a lot going on with them, but the color coordination in the shirt, you could pretty much rock with anything. Like I said, from the curriculum standpoint to the fashion standpoint to well, a lot of people thought I was talking fast. That was just the way I talked. You know what I'm saying? So I will often tell people that I wasn't talking fast. They were just listening slow. You feel me? So, yo, tilapia is cut up and fried up. You can also get that from your local grocery store. Look at that, man. Got the tilapia, got the salsa verde on there, the cheese, coleslaw, tomatoes. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, you know, of course, like any new kid that's going to a new school, first day everybody know you the new kid because for one, you're not dressing like everybody else. For two, your accent is different. You don't talk like everybody else. You talk more properly. You know what I mean? But it's still slang. And that was something that at that time, you know, that was what, 99? Yeah, that was 99. So, yeah. You know, speaking with a lingo and a diction and an accent that they're not used to hearing in person. Especially if they've never been to New York. So, I'm being shown around the school, and I was a senior with my cousin on my brother and sister father's side. And he was playing basketball. I was playing football, running track. You know. Just getting acclimated to certain situations being down south. I'm not going to say it took me a while to get acclimated. The one thing I had to honestly get used to being down south, more so than anything, was the bugs. And I've been a southerner for almost 20 years, you know. I graduated high school in 2000. And still haven't gotten used to the heat or the bugs. You know, so I guess that's just the northerner in me because there's not a lot of bugs up north, period. The climate is different. You know, where a lot of people may think that it's hot up north. Yeah, it get hot. You know what I mean? But you got to understand, it's heat coming off of water. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of heat. It's not that humid heat. It's not that dry heat. But Even today, I still get asked that question. Yo, why did you stay? Because this is where my immediate family was. You know, my mom, my sisters, or my sister, my brother. You know what I mean? Their dad at the time. Well, now, not at the time. That's a different story. You feel me? And but yeah. So school starts. And like I said, first day of school, normally, you know, I don't care what era, what generation you come from. First day of school has always been a fashion show. It always has been and not just a fashion show in the sense as far as clothes. It's always been a fashion show as far as if you rode the cheese for them first 3 years, 9 times out of 10 going into your senior year, you were gonna be, you know what I mean, whipping something up in the school student parking lot. But, you know, like I said, first day of school, for those that didn't see a lot of their friends over the summer break, like I said, it was a fashion show. Not just as far as clothes, but like I said, you might have got a car over the summer. Anything. But that year, that last year, every day was a fashion show for me. You know what I mean? Especially during the wintertime because, well, I come from a time where, yeah, you had cats that wore boots, you know what I mean, in the summertime, but, you know, that was just part of fashion. You feel me? But especially in the wintertime because they weren't used to a cat coming to school in leather jackets with the spikes on the shoulders. You know what I mean? Nice snapback, nice pair of locs, shades. You know what I mean? Looking like I just stepped off a runway in Paris. Like I said, swag life. But like I said, man, I mean not even about that, but I mean it was just I mean of course naturally I miss my friends. You know, my classmates, people that I grew up with. But honestly, yo, like I said in a previous video, a couple of videos back, by that time it was a much needed change. You feel me? Because just the violence, you know. I mean, it's never a good thing when you live in a neighborhood or an area where a gunshot is like a doorbell. You know, it's something that people have become accustomed to. And the reality of the situation is that some areas in America today are still like that. You know, and I mean, me being a father now, I would never want to raise my kids in an environment like that. But like I said, by that time it was a much needed change. You know. A lot of friends of mine I knew were either dead or in jail. You know, and like I said before, I had never proclaimed to be a street guy. but I knew the streets because my friends was in the streets. And that was a conscious decision I was making not to, you know, not necessarily not be affiliated with my friends that was in the streets, but just not live the life that they were living. Because everybody has a lane. And it has nothing to do with fear or heart or anything like that. It's just wanting more for myself. My friends that was living that lifestyle really, I'm not going to even say that they didn't have an option, but they knew that honestly on the real, excuse my language, that their life wasn't going to amount to shit. Because look at the environment that we were coming from. So it was different. I was just glad to be around family. And I had to ride the cheese. Not gonna front. Wasn't no thing to me. Wasn't no shame in it. The only difference was I was catching multiple Subway cheeses in New York to get to school versus where down south I just had to catch one all out. All I had to do was walk out my front door, go to the end of my driveway, and boom, the bus came and picked me up. But I knew that I was a talented kid as far as sports and everything like that. So I myself too played basketball, 3-sport athlete, basketball, football, track. And, it was, it was school, it wasn't, the only difference was that students weren't able to express themselves openly, you know what I'm saying? Because down south, and I get it somewhat because hell, the Colorado shooting that took place when '98. You know what I mean? So, I was coming down almost a year off of that shooting. So, some schools around America were still making kids come to school with clear clear backpacks. So, I understood it, because no parent ever suspects to send their kid to school and get a call not even halfway through your work day telling you that, it's a shooter at your child's school. Where does your mind go? You know what I mean? So, I understood it. You know what I mean? But it was what it was. You make the best with the hands that you dealt. You feel me? So, I participated in a lot of school activities, drama, theater. Like I said, I would play all 3 sports: basketball, football, track. And like I said, I had already got my acceptance letter to UAB, so that was in the bag. So where most students were stressing, trying to get admission letters out, you know, trying to make sure that their GPA is good. You know, I was Gucci. You know, got me a little job, started working. I was at this shoe store, and you know, a lot of things from that time in my life were I'm not gonna necessarily say negative, but you know, a lot of things had changed. The dynamic of certain situations had changed, and that's what I feel as though, in my opinion, what really was the biggest hurdle for me. But if you want to know what happens next, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment. Share. Oh, and lastly, but the most important thing of all, besides subscribing, is hitting that notification bell. So you'll be notified every time the kid load up videos. You know what I'm saying? You'll be the first to get them. You feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. You know, I'm finna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that rocks with me. You know, that stay tuned in to the same swag station, same swag channel. You know, don't forget, check out my other channel, JR's Corner. I got some content coming for y'all real soon, man. I'm gonna try to honestly try to upload some content this weekend. You know what I mean? I try to upload on Swag Life on my main channel, me and Wifey main channel. I try to upload content on that, if not every day, every other day. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get some content on the new channel for y'all, JR's Corner, this weekend, man. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to it, man. That channel there is for the 21 and up crowd. You know what I mean? You know, there's some adult things going on. You'll just have to tune in and see. Nothing like that. You feel me? Nothing like that. But you'll just have to tune in and see, man. It's going to be more of the